What's going on, Knights? Critical Redemption swinging in, bringing you another video on the new Spider-Man update. This is just an update on 6 things I want to see in the Spider-Man new upcoming video game. So, could there be a superhero game? We don't know. Although the news has been taken with a grain of salt and probably shouldn't be taken as a gospel alone, there are a few things that lead to the new Spider-Man game coming out. But what do the fans want to see from the new game? There are a couple things that I want to go through. Superhero games have a somewhat decent past. Activision made some pretty good Spider-Man games, though making half-decent superhero games is no mean at all. So let's take what we know of the current superhero games and integrate that what we've had in the past and see what we could come up with for the next game. So the first thing I want to focus on is combat. This is more ideally, many of us will likely look towards the Rocksteady's combat mechanic used in the Batman Arkham series. So for example, with a few changes, I think for Spider-Man we need more of a clinical approach to combat, less button mash, and more sequence orientated. So different buttons to punch and kick with easy to remember combos that can be utilized from the various angles of attack. That would make it a lot easier. Also, the current system in the Batman Arkham series is brilliant, but here we have another chance to hone those mechanics still further. I know we got those in the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 games, but they weren't utilized as well. The first game did a pretty decent job copying it. The second game kind of rushed it. Also, having the option to choose whether we use stealth or not. That's something enemies would be very confused, and we've seen it in previous games. But that's up to the company itself, and I'm sure they'll include that. Also, free roam. This isn't new concept, but it's one that I think can be improved from what past games have done. I would love to see more side missions attached to this game, but an alteration must be made to the hero and menace system. These missions should be undertaken at the player's pace and let the player decide if they want to go into a side mission or not. I know this was utilized in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man 1, but those side missions got very repetitive very quickly because they were the same things over and over. Rescue a person from a car. Rescue a person from a fire. Do this. Do that. It's the same crap. Make it different. Currently, we've been punished for not partaking in certain missions right away. For it to be a true free roam game, the developer can't dictate when and how we do our side quests. The world is free roam. So meaning by that is, it should be free roam and let you do whatever you please as a Spider-Man player. Also, the villains. I'm thinking that is a great chance to introduce some characters that are not as well known. Maybe bad guys like Hobgoblin, Molten Man, for example, or even Hydro Man. Although with the game looking to coincide with the next movie, it may be that we see some sort of crossover, so I'd kind of like to see that. Kind of like what they did in Spider-Man 2, the video game, where you have Doc Ock as the main villain, but you also get to fight Mysterio, Rhino, and a few others. Electro Shocker. The fourth thing, webbing. More web-based activities that can be incorporated into the movement mechanic. I'd love to play a Spider-Man game that was fully, representative of how fast and acrobatic Spidey actually is. Let's see him swing into full glory, not where he swings and you see him attaching to the sky. That's ridiculous. And I know the fifth thing is becoming Peter Parker. I know we've gotten that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but yes, it was fun, but we only got to do it when we were asking questions, which was kind of repetitive for me, but at least we got to play as Peter Parker. I want to see more. How about giving the player more Peter Parker? Get inside the character's head a little more, gain access to Peter's camera, and sell selfies to the Daily Bugle. To buy in-game upgrades, I think that'd be really good. What would be really cool would be allow for free roaming photographic mode where players can use Spider-Man skills to scale in accessible areas to snap beautiful images of the city, which could then be uploaded and shared with the community. I think that'd be a long and awesome thing to do. Final thing, long video. is something, give a reason to play on past end of the narrative. I want to be able to finish the main story and still have only explored 50% of what there is to see. I don't want anything to be over as soon as I'm done with the story. Introduce character swaps, customizable gear, upgrades to the costumes, the skill trees, even collecting your own comics that have been scattered around the city. Make it more for exploration. And don't forget to load it up with Easter eggs. I love a good Easter egg hunt. So what do you guys think? I think I've nailed every single thing I want to see in the next Spider-Man game. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think and what you want to see. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm swinging out for now. Critical Redemption out.